The Democratic Civil War just went nuclear. Does Trump own Schumer? AOC's losing it over Chuck Schumer's betrayal. Nancy Pelosi just turned on him and crowned a new leader. And Trump? He just dropped the ultimate troll, praising Schumer and sending the Democrats into a full meltdown. Roll the footage.
Turn me up.
AOC goes nuclear and calls out Schumer. Let's check this first clip of AOC freaking out.
We have time to correct course on this decision. Senate Democrats can vote no. We can correct course. To see Senate Democrats even consider acquiescing to Elon Musk, I think it is a huge slap in the face, and I think that there is a wide sense of betrayal.
AOC is in panic mode. She just realized Schumer got steamrolled. This is what happens when your party's held together by duct tape and wishful thinking. She's calling for a full party revolt. And let's be honest, it doesn't look good for Schumer. AOC's power is seemingly growing, and Pelosi, she hates it. Could this be the beginning of an AOC-led coup inside the Democratic Party? If AOC and the squad take over, the party moves even further left. That'll be a disaster for the moderates. Let's check out the next clip of Trump's Truth Social post.
Congresswoman, only a few moments ago on Truth Social, President Trump praised Senator Schumer for having the, quote, guts to do the right thing, calling his support of the spending bill a smart move. How will that sit, you think, with House Democrats?
Well, again, I don't think we should be moving in any way to elicit praise from Donald Trump, who has no respect for Congress and the power of the purse, who is by the hour rolling out proposals and executive actions that are lawless and that are callous. We do not want to be praised by Donald Trump. This is a hostile government takeover. He is a dictator. And what do you meet a dictator with? Defiance. The Democrats can't only be the adults in the room. We have to be the fighters too. And that is the message that we are hearing every day from our constituents and what they want to see from us in this moment. We have to be exhaustive and leveraging every tool available in their defense.
Let's go to our next clip to check out Pelosi's statement. Pelosi just gave Schumer the cold shoulder, didn't even mention his name. It appears she just endorsed Jeffries and is shoving Schumer out of the door. This is exactly how power struggles happen in the swamp. Pelosi's done with him, and the knives are out. Pelosi has always been the real power broker in the party. You can believe her backing Jeffries over Schumer is a power move. She's setting up for a new leadership change. Schumer is now a lame duck, and everybody in D.C., they know it. Let's roll the feed on our next clip with Charlemagne blasting the Democrats.
The party of inaction, the Democrats have failed to protect the interests of the American people. And you know why, Dems suck at messaging? Because they never talking about nothing and they do nothing. So guess what? To me, they all got to go.
When almost every left-wing media is calling for a total purge, you know it's bad.
Like Dems don't just have a messaging problem. They got a leadership problem. The Chuck Schumers of the world, the Hakeem Jeffries, they should all step down. And any Dem who isn't fighting for the people and standing with the party should be primary. Like, how can you say the bill sucks, but you're passing it anyway? Like, you're not going to even try to, present something different? Right. Try to negotiate nothing? It sucks, but we're going to pass it anyway.
Charlemagne just torched the entire Democratic leadership. If you've lost Charlemagne, you've lost the Democratic base. Period. Democrats can't control their own base. They've radicalized their voters, and now their voters are turning against them. Charlemagne is probably just the beginning. Now we'll see who else starts popping up calling for leadership resignations. If Democrats can't unite now, how are they going to stop Trump in November? And Maxine Waters is out here warning of civil war. You might want to check your own party first.
I'm worried that Trump is on the edge of creating a civil war. He alluded to it more than once. He alluded to the fact that if he did not get reelected, that there could be a civil war. Now, this president is putting us in a position where hungry people are going to be on the street, where nonprofits who were waiting for their checks are not going to get them. When that happens, what does Trump expect? Oh, I believe he expects violence. I believe he expects confrontation. I believe he's working toward a civil war. We're not going to get goaded. We're not going to get tricked into that. We're going to continue to do our work.
I don't know. It seems to me pretty clear at the end there. She said, we're not going to go into that territory. So.
Why bring it up? I mean, she's hardly the first Democrat to bring it up. Hakeem Jeffries said earlier this year, we're going to fight in the streets. Anna Presley, Jasmine Crockett, other members of the Democratic conference have continuously alluded to violence because they're so angry about the Trump agenda.
I think it's unfair to say that they're alluding to violence. When Jeffries was saying that, he was talking about going to the streets in protest.
He said
which
fight
is
in the streets.
It's a political fight.
That's clearly not the context
can
of what
defend
he
it,
said.
But if Trump uses the word fight, everyone loses their mind.
Congratulations to Chuck Schumer for doing the right thing. Took guts and courage. Big tax cuts, infrastructure, and more coming. A whole new direction for the USA. Smart move by Senator Schumer. This is next level trolling. Trump praising Schumer. The left is short-circuiting is what's happening. Schumer was already drowning, and Trump just handed him an anchor. The Democrats have no idea how to handle this. Their own leader just got a MAGA endorsement. Priceless. Trump just exposed Democratic hypocrisy. They've called him a threat to democracy for years. But now Schumer takes a deal that Trump supports, and suddenly he's the enemy. So, is Trump evil? Or is he just way better at politics than they are?
My European friends, but we put everyone else on kind of this pedestal and act like America is so backward and broken. It's not.
That?
Well, I think this is still the greatest nation on earth.
It's a pretty young democracy that doesn't seem to be working right now. And so I do think
I believe more in America than Donald Trump's ability to
It
ruin
doesn't seem to be working for everyone.
In our next segment, Democratic violence is escalating. Let's check out our next clip with DOJ arrests for Tesla vandalism.
Look what they're continuing to do, as I said, to Elon Musk. They are targeting Tesla dealerships, the stations where you charge a Tesla. They're vandalizing cars. I have already directed an investigation be opened to see how is this being funded, who is behind this, doing this. We have people we're locking up on that. We have someone in jail right now from one of the dealerships. They threw a Molotov cocktail through a dealership.
So let me get this straight. The left is so unhinged that they're burning down Tesla dealerships. Democrats are out here torching Elon Musk's businesses, and we're supposed to somehow believe they're the tolerant ones?
They're looking at up to 20 years in prison. So if you're going to touch a Tesla, go to a dealership, do anything, you better watch out because we're coming after you. Wow. And if you're funding this, we're coming after you. We're going to find out who you are.
Why is Elon Musk always the target now? Democrats love Teslas until Musk exposed the Act Blue's fundraising and stopped their censorship schemes. First, they canceled Twitter. Now they're literally burning his businesses to the ground. It doesn't appear to be about democracy. It seems like they just want to control speech and power.
But they all had the same T-shirts. They all had the same signs. They all had the same plan. That takes organization, Katie.
And they happen to always be in the middle of the workday. So, yes, it takes organization. There are actually a number of hostage families that have sued nonprofits in the United States for allegedly organizing protests like this and have alleged that there are connections to overseas funding for groups like this. Clearly, there's a money trail. Clearly, there are organizers who are behind these mass protests that continue to pop up at Trump Tower, on college campuses, and that's exactly what you're seeing with the Trump administration going after the organizer of the violent Columbia University protests, because they're looking at who they're affiliated with, what the money looks like, and saying, we don't want this to be happening anymore, and they've gotten completely out of control with breaking the law. I mean, this is trespassing, and this is just one of many examples that you're seeing all across the country.
Well, the president thanked Chuck Schumer publicly this morning, and I think the Democrats last week were gambling that President Trump couldn't secure the votes, and they learned, don't bet against Donald Trump. President Trump and Speaker Johnson did a tremendous job getting this continuing resolution across the finish line in the House, and now we expect everyone in the Senate to get on board. This is a good, clean, fair CR for the American people to keep the federal government business open and operating, so we can pass a balanced budget and a good budget reconciliation package later this year. And so we're pleased with Chuck Schumer, and we hope every Democrat will get on board and do what's right for the American public.
Translation? Please stop panicking. We just got humiliated by Trump. This is not the win we thought it would be. The cracks in the party are full-on earthquakes. Trump just punked the entire Democratic leadership, and they have no idea how to handle it. The left's campaign is collapsing. No message, no energy. Now the entire party They're imploding from within. If they can't even handle a spending bill, how are they stopping Trump during the election? So, in our final takeaway, Trump owns the Democrats right now. Schumer, he's toast. Pelosi's disowned him. AOC's revolting. And Charlemagne, he wants them all gone. And Trump, he's just sitting back watching it all burn to the ground and trolling them into oblivion. The party isn't just divided now, it's a full-blown civil war. If you love watching The Meltdown, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on that notifications bell so you don't miss an update. God bless.
Listen.